Washington with a two-handed slam. Illinois, Chicago in the Missouri Valley Conference Championship for the first time in school history. Campbell for three. Taylor for three. It's good. Northern Iowa's going back to the championship game.
From St. Louis, CBS Sports presents the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship. Today, it's the sixth-seeded Northern Iowa Panthers and the Illinois Chicago Flames. The winner gets the automatic berth in the upcoming NCAA tournament. And a pleasant good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Kevin Harlan, Robbie Hummel will check in with our sideline reporter, Evan Washburn, in just a second. Pretty simple. The winner here goes to the big dance.
Well, and all the players on the floor today got to channel a little bit of your AAU basketball backgrounds. 11 a.m. local time start is not easy. The pressure in this type of game is immense. But these are the games as a player. When you come to these schools, UIC, Northern Iowa, you hope you get to play in these types of games. What an opportunity. Winner goes to the NCAA tournament this afternoon.
Robbie, we've got the classic good offense against unbelievably good defense.
Well, you think about the offense of UIC. It is a dynamic group. You've got Elijah Crawford, second team All-MVC type player. Rashawn Washington Jr., under-recruited player, having a monster impact here in St. Louis. The defense, though, on the other side, Northern Iowa will squeeze the life out of you. The points per game allowed first in college basketball. They're great at keeping you out of the paint. They keep you off the offensive glass. They keep you out of transition. All things that UIC wants to accomplish today.
And this takes us to Fast Analysis, presented by AT&T.
Well, this offense, it is dynamic, but you have to have a defense that can handle that. Northern Iowa, a team that really guards you. They don't make mistakes, that they force you into tough contested shots. They are together, and they certainly do a high-level job of communicating. It's going to be essential today because, as I said, this offense can go. They get out in transition. They want to touch the paint. They get there on the offensive glass. They get there with their pick and roll. They've got athletic wings that are flying in there. It'll be a challenge for Northern Iowa today.
The winner punches their ticket to the tournament. Selection Sunday, 1 week from today, all on the road to the Final Four. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship. We've had a lot of upsets here so far in St. Louis, but this is what we go with a 5 against a 6. Panthers and Flames. And to set it up for us, let's say hello to the third member of our crew and say good afternoon to Evan Washburn.
Kevin, always good to be with you. No matter who wins this game, we're going to see some history here in Arch Madness. UIC is trying to capture their first conference championship game since 2004 back in the Horizon League. That's back when baggy shorts were in vogue. As for Northern Iowa, they're trying to be the first team in Missouri Valley history to win 4 games in 4 days and capture a title. And talking to Ben Jacobson, he feels like his team is built for it. They have 6 quality starter-type players. Their bench has been awesome all tournament. The main question, fellas, how much do they have left in the tank as they face a rugged Flames squad?
That's a terrific setup. Robbie, that has got to be so hard to do.
Yeah, but you're running on total adrenaline here. The opportunity to play in the tournament, it's what everybody dreams about growing up.
Who do you like here for both teams?
Well, I think Leon Bond, certainly you have to point out for Northern Iowa, the way that he's played back-to-back 19-point games. He's been so efficient from 2, 16 of 21 from the field in that time. A lot to like about his game.
All right, the coach in his second season. Great job done by Rob Eson. who has been an assistant at major programs all over the country. We have an incredible crew led by Kip Kissinger. 15 NCAA tournaments, 7 Sweet 16s, 3 Final Fours. Marquise Pettigrew, 7 tournaments. Brooke Wells, 7 NCAA tournaments. And Heimerman, Randy Heimerman, is our standby. And here we go. And with it, with the pass inside, the Flames try to convert. A rebound by Momo and a whistle and a foul quickly on the Flames.
And Kevin, in the 2 regular season matchups, Northern Iowa did the job on the glass. It's going to be the game here today. Can they keep this UIC Flames offense from getting second chance opportunities? It's also about protecting the paint. Those 2 games, 78 points in the paint in total for the Flames offense.
Hornseth has it. Momo will defend. In purple, you've got Northern Iowa, a team with a terrific history. Trying to get it inside. It was off the foot that time of Makai Lowry. And Northern Iowa will inbound. 22-12 for the Panthers. 11-9 in the Missouri Valley, a conference that had a ton of teams over 500.
Well, this is a really good league, and I'm not sure it gets the respect nationally of what it deserves. But when you look at 8 teams that are 500 or over, just going through that gauntlet league play, not easy.
Weisbrod, a 3. And the Flames have got the ball with Momo getting his hands on it. And with it right now, Elijah Crawford, a terrific young guard.
I just love the fact that he's been able to bounce back from an ankle injury early in the season. Only played 2 games before January 4th. He can do this.
Crawford takes it inside. Momo could not convert. And here come the Panthers, the number 6 seed, with drive by Smith, the fake, a deuce.
Tristan Smith is going to wheel and deal and spin and spin and spin. But a 6'6" forward, he loves to get downhill. Good start for him. Northern Iowa needs his physicality today.
It's Crawford, an all-conference player in the paint, the teardrop, and the rebound pulled down by Trey Campbell.
How about the block out there from Hornseth, keeping Momo off the offensive boards.
Campbell with the cross court, open in the corner. It's Bond, the fake, the drive, the lean, and he can't make it. But it's picked up by Weisbrod and Smith. So a good offense for Northern Iowa, but the number 1 defense coming into this weekend in college basketball. Hornseth will drive into 2.
And Hornseth, even though his numbers have been a little bit down here at the MVC tourney, finished the regular season 12 straight games in double figures. He can really handle out there on the perimeter. He'll make plays for himself, but also for others.
Crawford takes it into a thicket of defenders.
And for not being the biggest guy, they list him at 6'3". That's got to be a little bit generous. Loves that right floater. Very capable of getting to the paint.
Northern Iowa beat number 2 Bradley yesterday in the semifinals by 4. They beat Illinois State by 22, the number 3 seed. So they have really made a path to this championship game. Smith outside, Weisbrod.
But Kevin, he makes that play with the early relocation. You cannot lose track of Max Weisbrod. 88% of his shots on the year coming from 3. That's the highest rate in the Valley.
Terrific note. This Flames team from UIC beat Drake, the 9 seed, yesterday by 21. Inside, off balance, won't go there by Lowry.
And so far, 1 and done on the glass for Northern Iowa.
Bond, the hesitation. Now he'll knife. Timeout. Oh, what a start. Northern Iowa's come out on fire.
What a start for the Panthers here. A little taste of UIC's own medicine. Leon Bond continues to hoop out here.
Back in St. Louis, CBS Friday, Boston Blue is all new and bigger than ever. Donnie Wahlberg and Sonequa Martin Green, a rising star in an all-new Boston Blue. CBS Friday, 10/9 Central. And nothing blue about the start of the Panthers. The team in purple from Cedar Falls, Iowa, with a big start.
Well, 4 games in 4 days. Doesn't look like a problem early on, but Ben Jacobson talked about it. He said to us before the game, we want to start fast and physical, and that's what they've done.
They go inside to Nathaniel.
You don't see many breakdowns in Northern Iowa's defense like that, but the help side on the ball screen just not to the basketball, and an easy one for the Flames out of the timeout.
In the corner, free to fire, Weisbrod. And he goes down and fouled on the play as he was whacked as he fired. And the foul on Lowry, number 1.
Well, so often you see Northern Iowa's help defense. It's to the ball. They're taking away the roll man. Tristan Smith just a little bit late on his help assignment there. You don't see this Northern Iowa defense, top 25 in all of college basketball, make mistakes like that all that often.
So Robbie just talked about the importance of this kid's three-point shooting. He's a transfer from Northern Michigan where he played a couple years.
Gliac, Division II player, and one of those guys that plays there and kind of waits his turn and transfers up a level. 41% from 3 in conference play in the Valley. He has taken 17 twos on the year. That is not what he's looking for. He is looking for the 3 ball.
Benton Schweiger will check in. A senior from Aurora, Illinois. Tristan Smith will take a seat. And the free throw, that one goes down.
Kevin, for UIC, as well as they've played here, maybe their first dose of a little bit of adversity here early on.
Crawford. Nice rebound inside. Nathaniel and outside. Crawford, he'll knock that one in. He is a sophomore from Augusta, Georgia, and a transfer from BYU.
What a play by Jace Nathaniel right there. 6 in the league in offensive rebounds per game. Doesn't play as many minutes maybe as some of these guys, but he is active on the offensive boards.
There's Hornseth on top. He's a sophomore from De Pere, Wisconsin. Trey Campbell, good player. Hornseth right there. Nice cut, Schweiger.
Out of the ball screens, because UIC is going to put 2 on the basketball, Northern Iowa is going to look to make them pay. It's that short roll, great cut out of the corner. Really Northern Iowa handling that pressure in the ball screen.
UIC beating Drake, as we mentioned, beat number 4 Murray State in the quarters on Thursday with another turnover right there on the fly. Campbell a fake and a lean. It's a 9-point lead for the Panthers, their biggest so far in the early stages. Nice passing by Northern Iowa to start.
Well, this has got to be what they do. If you're going to trap the ball screen, you've got to make UIC pay for it. Hit short roll, hit the cut, a really good offense. The Northern Iowa doesn't play fast all that often, but they will turn you over, and they will be opportunistic.
Robbie, you know, bracket season is here. Play against friends and family and enter to win a trip to the 2027 Final Four. Get the CBS Sports app and be a part of March Madness today. 9-point early lead, Northern Iowa. Let's take a look at a fresh fun fact of the game presented by Fresh Pet. We love coming to St. Louis. And this is the symbol of the gateway to the west, the Arch. 1965 complete. You know, it sways.
I've been up there.
Yeah, I know it.
And the right up, the up and over, the up and over.
It's spooky. We didn't make it this weekend, but we've both been there, and it is worth the time. Crawford trying to get away. Big shot here outside. Miss Johnson.
But what a block out that was right there. That's what it's going to take from Hornseth. Early on, though, Northern Iowa has done the job on the glass. UIC, only a single offensive rebound. Such a big part of their game, of just their effort of making second chances happen. And that's a great block out and a great look there from Will Hornseth, simply doing his job.
Ahmad Henderson has checked in for UIC. And with it here, R.J. Taylor, a junior from the state of Michigan. Schweiger and Hornseth. Northern Iowa finishes 6th place in the Missouri Valley Conference. Like I said, they had 8 teams over 500. Dancing Campbell fires the 3. And a nice rebound inside. Hornseth. Twirl in the thicket and puts it in. What a play. Corkscrews for 2.
We're about 6 minutes deep in this game, Kevin, and Northern Iowa looks like the fresher team, just pursuing the basketball. Will Hornseth, not to be denied, block out on the other end, and now the weight room on this one, taking that defender with him. Opportunity for 3 right here.
He was on the most improved team in this conference. Makai Lowry picks up his second foul for the Flames.
And UIC has got to find a way to get on the offensive glass, touch the paint. They have been limited in their offense. Northern Iowa's defense done the job at keeping them out of there.
Crawford cuts, Nathaniel fed. And Nathaniel's got the ball. And then Hornseth in there, snuffing it out. Keeps it alive, kicks it back out, and resetting with Henderson. Flames tied for third place in the regular season in the Valley. Crawford thought, screen, three on the fly. And a whistle, and it's a foul on Northern Iowa inside.
I am so impressed with Northern Iowa's defensive execution. You know, even with this back cut, look at the activity level. Hornseth getting in the play, and you got to get back on the defensive glass, but you get the block there. Kevin, you have to kind of think that Will Hornseth is playing like a guy that feels like he maybe got snubbed from one of those Missouri Valley All-Conference teams.
Leon Bond has picked up his first foul for the Panthers. 13.5 to go here in the first half. Hornseth will go out. Schweiger is in. They got Campbell in the contest. They go now. The Flames, Henderson, three, bullseye.
That's what he is out there to do. He is a bucket getter. Chicago kid has that equity in this program. He can give a little bit of juice and a little bit of a lift with the offense.
He's transferred from Niagara. In the corner with the move. Taylor will put up a mid-range shot.
He plays with some swagger. He showed that yesterday. That game against Bradley, season high 10 points, made a monster three late. Plays with a lot of confidence.
And his energy is terrific. It's Johnson. Maneuvering and firing over Campbell. It's out of bounds. And the officials looking, they're going to give it to UIC.
Tristan Smith with that dribble drive. You draw two, you kick it. That's good offense. Little shot fake. R.J. Taylor, a very capable off-the-bounce shooter. 55% on the year on his off-the-bounce twos.
Look at Ben Jacobson now in his 20th season with UNI. Henderson will drive and shimmy his way into the paint. And fouled as he drove. As he takes it into the best defense in college basketball, and the foul goes on Smith. So look at these titles among the current conference members in the Valley.
Well, in Northern Iowa, and you look at Ben Jacobson's success over these 20 years, and Kevin, you and I saw it firsthand, 09. You know, we saw that team. I played against them with Adam Cook and some of the players they had, and then the next year is Ali Farouk-Manish's three. Yep. They have a great history, and Ben Jacobson has done a phenomenal job of building this program, sustaining the level, but continuing to mold men into adults and taking them as boys. And you leave this place ready to enter the real world with some real skills.
Number 2 all-time is Jacobson, the coach of the Panthers, and all-time Missouri Valley Conference wins. It's Smith on top, and then R.J. Taylor. Weisbrod three. Boys, he got the stroke.
But Northern Iowa is doing a phenomenal job. When they go to the ball screen and that top is there, those bigs are getting out of there so fast. It's short roll and it is sprayed out.
Weisbrod already has a couple trays and 9 points and a shove by Taylor and a foul called on the Panthers. So you said something just a second ago that the Panthers play fast, but they play physical, and that's all a part of their defensive scheme.
It's a mentality and a mindset here. And look at how fast you're going to see Tristan Smith get out of here. He's out of there. Now that help's got to come. You have to take on the cutter. Really, really well done by Northern Iowa.
Momo backpedaling inside with a whistle and a travel and a turnover. For the Flames, in December, they went 1-5, mainly because Crawford, and they had some injuries, and they had to battle those. And when they came out on the better end, and they finished strong. Inside, Schweiger doubled, but it didn't matter.
And just taking that pressure and flipping it on him. Schweiger with the great cut, but how about the delivery from Tristan Smith? On the money right there with the pass.
And he has been important since he's come back. Smith with a twirling move inside. Good-looking basket made by Rashawn Washington, a freshman from Dublin, Georgia.
How was he not recruited?
I don't know. Not one G1 offer. Inside, it's Smith. Nice play on the fly.
You know that spin is coming, and there is nothing you can do about it, Kevin.
What a tournament this has been so far. We had so many big-time seeds lose on one day. The 1, the 3, and the 4 seeds all lost in the quarters on Friday, showing you the overall strength of this conference. With a whistle inside. There's a quick foul. And here we see the Panthers carving their way for 2. Shooting outside, knocking them down, but also finding success on the doorstep. At 27-14 lead for Northern Iowa. This is the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship. Northern Iowa with the lead, shooting 78% from the floor, Evan.
Well, Coach, what's most concerning with the start of this game?
We haven't been able to get stops here the last, couple minutes. They've done a good job of trying to do some things to take advantage of how we play, but we got to be more connected and play a lot harder on defense. How
do you gain advantage in the paint? I know it's critical for you.
Yeah, we got to keep going inside. We've had 2 offensive rebound fouls, which is unique. We got to keep going to the glass.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Robbie's son, second year, first time in this championship game since they became members. At the line, they've got Ahmad Henderson. The foul on the play went on Hutchins of the Panthers. And here we go with 11-13 in the first half.
And Rob Eson deserves a world of credit. Just from being somebody that lives in the Chicagoland area, I followed UIC over the years, and they've had so much turnover. So for him to come in year 1 and go above 500 and then do what he's doing this season, phenomenal steps for this program.
As Taylor has gone through his series of injuries, come out stronger. Schweiger double.
UIC coming that little 2-3 zone here. A little different look. Give something different for Northern Iowa. They have carved their man-to-man early on.
It's a 3 from Taylor. And a rebound, retrieve, Hutchins. They keep it alive. Taylor again fires the 3. It's retrieved down by Washington. Here they come. The freshmen, and they play a lot of young kids in important roles for the Flames. Inside, good catch. Momo, and the feed to his cutting teammate. Nice play, they had it to go. Washington with 2.
And Rashawn Washington is a phenomenal cutter. He goes to the offensive glass. He's terrific off the basketball. He has had it going here in St. Louis. Need to get him going today.
He started 2-2. Four games in 4 days for the team in purple, the Panthers. So arduous across the lane. Back on top, on the wing. Schweiger, it's a 3.
Northern Iowa continues to operate at an absurd level offensively. But again, Kevin, touch the paint, extra pass, shot fake. Northern Iowa's offense right now putting on a clinic.
Silverstein is in the game still. Momo, here is Henderson. He'll try to deliver inside. No. Out of bounds. Northern Iowa's ball.
They are shooting 70% from the field and 43 from 3. You're going to get this paint touch here with the dribble drive. It's going to end up here in the hands of Schweiger. Show that ball. Get Andy Johnson flying by. And we knew Northern Iowa would guard, but if they're going to play offense like this, who wants to see this team?
Northern Iowa with 8 assists. And Robbie, no turnovers and ball security has been a key this season for the Panthers.
And UIC has made a living on the year of turning their opponents over. And Northern Iowa give them all the credit. They have handled that pressure.
The confident Hornseth. Weisbrod. And the shot clock down to 7, trying to maneuver. Picked up here, Trey Campbell, Weisbrod, and inside. A lot of congestion. Hornseth, and the shot clock went off.
Well, UIC was just flying around. They were behind that play, but they just kept going.
Under 9 to go now, first half, when everything is on the line. This is the team you want on your side. High stakes, big moments. Don't miss a new episode of FBI. CBS tomorrow, 9, 8 Central, and streaming as always on Paramount+. Lowry into Hornseth.
Kevin, that's the first time that we've really called his name. You watched the game from yesterday against Drake. He was phenomenal. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, can be a bit of a point forward for the first time in this first half. Looking for his own offense there off the bounce.
Illinois, Chicago in white, highest seed in their 4 years in the Valley. Number 5, there's a whistle. 24 to go in the first, and the foul on Smith, number 2.
Lowry can handle it. He can play pick and roll, and he likes this matchup with Will Hornstead. Just one-on-one, go to work. They're going to need more from that. Mekhi Lowry, 6'7" junior, Chicago kid once again. And they're going to need him to be aggressive for his own offense.
In that win over Drake yesterday, the 12 points, as you mentioned, 5 of 5 didn't miss from the floor.
He's had a monster Missouri Valley Conference tournament. 13, 8, and almost 5 assists a game. 10 of 12 over the last 2.
Wow. 12 rebounds yesterday, the 5 assists. Robbie mentioned that. And all part of this great story. Washington 3. Got it. Rashawn Washington. He had 23 against Drake yesterday. And that is his first 3 today. Had 1 yesterday in that semifinal win. Look for Hornstead.
Well, for the first time, Kevin, UIC is making Northern Iowa feel up. Washington got his offense going at the rim. Now he's catching up from 3.
UIC has gone 5 of 6 after a 3 of 13 start. So Northern Iowa has not won this tournament since 2016. Their coach is Ben Jacobson, who moments ago visited with Evan.
Coach, when they make a mini run like that, what's the message in that huddle right now?
Keep attacking. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. I know we talked about it yesterday. We're going to play fast, we're going to play physical. We just got to keep attacking.
What's leading the efficiency offensively?
Our movement. Like our guys are really cutting hard. We're really moving well. And our cutting, once we get the ball behind that, the double on the ball screen, our cutting along that baseline has been really good.
Looks nice.
Yep.
Illinois, Chicago on a 9-3 run.
They forced some turnovers. They've gotten some good offense here from some other people. Mekhi Lowry, Rashawn Washington coming alive. But their defense has had a different feel here this last 4 minutes, Kevin.
It's Henderson with a bump, and he'll try to sway. And skying in, trying to parachute it down. Washington couldn't get it.
If you're guarding Washington, you better block him out because he is going every time.
3 consecutive turnovers for the Panthers. Can they hold on here and regain their footing? Hornstead on top. Approaching 7 to play in the first half. Bond, cross court, Weisbrod on top, Schweiger. Trey Campbell, 3.
What a luxury to have a 4-year point guard. When things maybe aren't going your way, you put the ball in Trey Campbell's hands. He shot it well here at the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. 40% from 3. That's a monster shot for the Panthers.
Had 13 against Bradley yesterday. In the quarterfinals against Illinois State, had 12. And inside, forcing the issue, Lowry comes up with his 4th point.
And UIC is going to test your man-to-man individual defense. Can you check these athletes, these dynamic playmakers the Flames have?
Weisbrod. Hornstead sees the one-on-one, then kicks it back. Weisbrod, another 3, hits the deck. Rebound, retrieved by Lowry.
Kevin, I thought he should have shot the first one. A tougher shot off the bounce.
It's Henderson. A lot of new players on this UIC team, had to basically revamp the roster. Crawford will snake his way inside for 2.
And all of a sudden, Northern Iowa cannot contain the dribble. And Illinois Chicago is downhill, it seems like, every possession.
It was a 13-point lead for the team in purple, and now the lead is down to 6. Not losing their composure, the 5th seed Flames.
The ball pressure has ratcheted up here. Northern Iowa early on in this one was operating at such an easy level, and UIC has had something to say about it here.
Campbell and Weisbrod will set up for a mid-range shot. And Schweiger's got the rebound, keeps it alive. Wide open, Campbell lets it rip. Man, is he a good shot.
But the second chance is there. You have a great defensive possession there. You run Weisbrod off the line, but if you don't close it down, now you're in scramble mode. Trey monster three.
Lowry will try to make a move. Anderson, Crawford. Oh, what a fake. And teardrop on the way.
It is about the dribble right now, but you're totally right. The ball fake, that defense goes flying, and Ahmad Henderson knows what to do with it with that floater.
Bonjeff will make a move. Momo is there. Now Northern Iowa's gotten their footing after three consecutive turnovers and kind of losing their footing. Back on top by 9, 4.5 in the half on CBS.
It's about the bounce right now for the UIC Flames. 2 games in the regular season, 78 points in the paint total. And that number climbing up here now. UIC with 14 in this first half. But these guards showing how tough they can be to guard one-on-one.
So, Robbie, let's widen our lens here a little bit. Here we have one team in the cream, the Flames, UIC. They have not been to the NCAA tournament since 2004. The team in purple with a nice resume and history in their basketball program. They haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2016. The winner will punch their ticket today.
Hard to believe on Northern Iowa because of all the early success for Ben Jacobson. But going back for UIC, you have to go all the way back to Jimmy Hollins, a legend in the city of Chicago. That's a long time.
Henderson trying to take it in. And as he was swerving, he was shoved and fouled. It goes on Schweiger. It's the first on him. 4:09 in the first half. And here is Henderson, who is the second best free throw shooter in the Missouri Valley Conference. And Evan, we've got ourselves a 9-point game and down to 8 right now.
Absolutely. And you touched on the time it's been for UIC to be back in the NCAA tournament and just taste winning a championship. And Rob Easton has made sure his players are aware of that. To start the season, a 2.5-mile run around Chicago. They have to do it in 22 minutes, each minute representing a year since they were in the NCAA tournament. So if they win this one, they're going to have to do 2.5 and I guess 1 minute next year.
Yeah, right.
That's tough.
I'd like you to run it with him. Would that be possible? Yeah. Good story, Evan. Here's Smith, Schweiger, and Bond. 19-point game yesterday, number 35 in purple. Smith makes a move, chiseling, doubled, outside, Schweiger, 3.
The feel, though, from Tristan Smith that double is coming from Sam Silverstein and that his shooter, you got Ben Schweiger locked and loaded behind you. Great feel on the pass from Smith.
Schweiger's 4 of 4.
He's one of those guys that can burn you inside and out, can drive it, can post it, can also shoot it from 3.
Crawford, he had 12 yesterday against Drake in the wing. A bump, a spin, a look, a nudge. He'll fire. Nice rebound inside. It's corralled by Smith.
That's what Northern Iowa's going to need, and now Smith can bring it.
Into 3 defenders waiting for him, and a foul. Greeting him in the paint. That goes on Silverstein.
Tristan Smith, he's going to wheel and deal. He loves the spin. Silverstein's waiting on it, but the field has set the table. Ben Schweiger letting it fly. Elijah Crawford trying to get his guys going. Northern Iowa has stood this run here in the first half. What a game here in St. Louis.
Northern Iowa, the Panthers with 13 assists and just 3 turnovers so far.
Well, this is the definition of just taking what the defense is giving you. If you're going to put 2 on the ball, you got to make that defense pay for it. And that's exactly what Northern Iowa was able to do early in this game. That short roll and spray has been so effective. The cutting on the backside, pristine. Northern Iowa has executed well in those pick and roll situations.
The Panthers of Northern Iowa with 20-year head coach Ben Jacobson beat the 2 and 3 seed teams to get here for the championship. It's Bond. He's from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. It was deflected, so it's a live ball. Hornsuff. Shot clock at 9. Schweiger, it's a three.
Played UIC very fortunate there, Kevin. That's a miscommunication that led to a wide open shot.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker, Clark Kellogg, Bruce Pearl, Renee Montgomery. They'll give you their take on our first half. Look ahead to the Women's Big Ten Championship game. Give you the scores and highlights on a busy day of college basketball. Up next, AT&T at the half, and they pull the trigger and get two on the doorstep.
I love the set. It's a screen away. It gives Elijah Crawford all that room to operate. UIC doing a nice job of hanging in there. Northern Iowa with a hand on the ball, but opportunistic are the Flames.
It's Bond. Slithering, firing, scoring. That's Bond, Leon Bond.
He was phenomenal in those first two, the second and third games of this conference tournament. Need to get him going. Only his fourth point of the afternoon.
Wide open, Nathaniel, three, bullseye.
Only shooting 21% from three, but Nathaniel will take the open ones. Northern Iowa was letting him have it. He makes him pay for it.
It's Taylor again. Horns at the screen. They switch a lot defensively, don't they, the Flames? The rotation, the Taylor three.
Again, Kevin, it's two on the ball. It's a skip pass out of the post. Northern Iowa continues to make the next play and set the table for their shooters.
It's Nathaniel. Andy Johnson back there with Crawford with the ball right now. Crawford will dance. Drive and fire.
Boy, is he shifty. That stop and go is so hard to guard. It's herky-jerky. Nice answer again. Elijah Crawford in isolation getting it done.
He has 11. Campbell, Hornseth, Taylor, and Schweiger will go inside. Boy, it's congested. He's got 12.
But again, it is the same thing over and over again where Northern Iowa is getting UIC. This ball screen, two on the ball, there's not been an answer for that.
Crawford cutting, bumping, and puts it up and in. Nice play, fouled. Pretty play, Elijah Crawford. In a game where Northern Iowa is shooting 70% and the team in white shooting 52%, UIC foul Taylor number 2.
This little screening action to rip one of your smaller guards here into that paint. Elijah Crawford, using his size and physicality, post those guards, and UIC, we know they want to get to the paint. They're doing it.
So Rob Eson was an assistant at Stanford. He's now in his second year as the head coach of UIC. He had recruited Elijah Crawford, and Crawford had committed to Stanford. But when they moved, he moved with them after a stop at BYU.
Just shows how important relationships still are.
Right.
Even though the game has changed with NIL and the portal, like you never know what's going to happen. And they actually got him. You think about all the situations where you miss on a recruit and then get him on the other side. What a difference Elijah Crawford has made for this UIC program.
Panthers returning, the team in purple, 11 players from last year, tied for the third most in Division I. That continuity is huge. Here they go. Weisbrod, three, no. Rebound, retreat inside by Silverstein. And it's back to Elijah Crawford, the sophomore. It would have been good had it gone, and it was close. So Northern Iowa, who led by as many as 13, up by 7 at the half in this championship game. And it was right there. Let's swing it over to Evan Washburn.
Ben, you've led this offense through the first half. This is back-to-back games where guys have been rolling. What's led this success offense?
It's big time. You know, we're just trying to push it as fast as we can, get ahead of their defense, not let them get set up, and just take opportunities and take advantage of it, really.
Fourth game, 4 days. We keep waiting for you guys to get tired. How much you got left in the tank?
We got as much as we need and more. We're going to keep going. Yes, sir.
He's a transfer from Loyola Chicago, so he knows about the conference. He knows about what the Valley means. All a part of our story. The winner goes to the NCAA tournament as we take you to our CBS studios in New York for AT&T at the half.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. We just have 7 days left until Selection Sunday. Teams are already dancing. They're trying to join the party like our game right now. We're ready to embrace the madness after this word from your local station.
CBS Sports presents AT&T at the half. AT&T, connecting changes everything.
All right, everybody, welcome to AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker alongside Clark Kellogg, Renee Montgomery, Bruce Pearl. Our score in St. Louis, Northern Iowa, 48, Illinois, Chicago, 41. Arch madness indeed, Bruce. You and I, 66% yesterday, 68% field goal so far today.
Well, a couple of things you know about UNI. Number one, they're going to guard, and number two, they're going to play at a snail's pace. But it's fourth game in 4 days. They're playing fast, and they're not guarding anybody, right? But they're still going inside. Yep. They're 12 for 14 on the inside to score at a high percentage. It's about pump faking power. Watch Ben Schweiger. He catches the ball. He's not in a rush. The shot blockers go up in the air. He takes his time, and he finishes it. And this is Tristan Smith going downhill, playing off 2 feet, pump faking power. He looks like Clark Kellogg along the rim.
I can only think about jumping in the paint. I can dream about it, but I can't do it.
Oh no, I got some. His offense, he played both sides of the ball, but the offense really was what got it going. When you watch this UNI game and you look at the score, you would think that they're up way more. Right here, he has a good balance, gets the shot, but this is the defense I'm talking about. Gets the steal that directly leads to offense, which is the best kind. Almost got to beat there, but here we go again, where he's the opposite side. He's just in a flow. They were rolling in the beginning of that game, then had a stretch where they had about 3 turnovers that really changed the dynamics, but that's the way you would love to come out to start any game.
No, they were very proficient, and yet, if you're UIC, you're down 7 against a really elite defensive team, and the reason they're only down 7 is this guy right here, the leading scorer for the Flames, Elijah Crawford. Nice little floater. You've got to have that in your package if you're a guard, and you need this too, being able to do it inside and out. But he kept his squad within striking distance. He's doing it as he's done all year when they need it most.
There you go. He's got 14 of their 41 against the team that leads the country, allowing 61 a game. All right, 2 teams have already punched their tickets to the dance, and by the end of the day, 4 more will join the party, including the winner of the Big South Championship, Winthrop and High Point. Dalen Berry, 6 for Winthrop, but then the top seed comes alive. Look.
They are plus 10, and with 10 seconds to go in the half, and they did it with spurt ability in transition. They're getting that ball out in the open court. They're knocking down threes. Scotty Washington splashing that one from deep.
And we've got the Patriot League semis over on CBS Sports Network. Colgate against Lehigh, and Brady Cummins to Sam Wright. Renee, Colgate up early on the road.
Yeah, and then right there, that put Colgate up 21-20. Let it go to fly, let it flop for 3, and then right here, beautiful pass back door. Joshua Ingram under the basket.
So a 3-point game at the half there. Bruce, Navy against BYU, the second semifinal.
Yeah, you know, for me, I'm a regular season guy. I'm a grinder. I'm a coach. Navy won the Patriot League by 6 games. Yeah. Belmont won the Missouri Valley by 3 games. But the only way they get to the dance is to win the conference tournament. Suggestion, recommendation, give the 1 and 2 seeds of each of these mid-major conferences a bye all the way to the semifinals. Don't let a team like Drake have an opportunity to upset Belmont and ruin a championship season.
All right, move them along a little bit. I like it. We'll put it up to a vote. When AT&T at the half returns to look ahead to Game 2 of our triple header, crowning a champ in Indy.
Iowa lead at the half. Let's take a look at the State Farm first half statistics. You see them right there. It is the 6th seed Panthers, the 5th seed Flames, led by Elijah Crawford. And moments ago, Evan caught up with the terrific guard for the Flames.
Elijah, 7-point game at half. What were the coaching points in that locker room?
Just going in and get stops. I mean, they were almost perfect this half, but they're only up 7. We'll come out second half with more stops.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do they challenge you offensively?
I mean, they got a corner cutter. I mean, that's their attack to our defense with us firing and picking up in the short roll. So, I mean, we made some adjustments and we'll come out. We'll be fine.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
I like that kid. Hey, by the way, it's Robbie's birthday. He just told me he was 37.
I know, it's shocking.
Happy birthday. I'm so sorry I didn't win.
It's okay, it's okay.
First half thoughts.
Well, just the way that Northern Iowa was able to start. How about the fact that they're shooting 68% from the field after shooting 66 for the game yesterday against Bradley? And then UIC showing their athleticism. Those guards, Crawford with 14, Henderson with 11, containing the dribble, a problem in the back half of that half for Northern Iowa.
48 points, a record high for a first half in a Missouri Valley Conference final game. Hornseth inside. Bond will kick. Back to Hornseth on top, and Crawford is on him. The winner goes to the NCAA tournament, and here we go, second half. Lot on the line. Campbell will penetrate. Mummel's got the rebound inside. No significant changes for either team to begin the second half. For the team in purple, fourth game in 4 days. 3rd and 3 for the team in white. And down low and a shove and a foul. That'll go on Smith of the Panthers. Let's take a look who brings it home, presented by Wayfair.
I'm excited to see just what adjustments Elijah Crawford was talking about, but certainly the ball pressure with the traps going to have to be something. If they keep putting 2 on the ball, have to have it. And for Northern Iowa, you better guard the dribble because UIC is coming right there.
Crawford will dance. Crawford will drive. Crawford will rebound. Oh, look at the size. He squeezed the trigger. He'll find another way to fire and get it. Oh.
He's just looking for any seam of daylight. And UIC early in this second half, active on the glass, second chance opportunity. Elijah Crawford, he's finding the daylight.
Look at those numbers, 16 points already in this one. With Hornseth controlling for the Panthers. Weisbrod. Campbell, 3.
A close out there with Elijah Crawford. He gets caught with his hands right there in his pockets. And with those hands down, Trey Campbell is raising up.
Flames survived a 1-5 December. They have winning months the rest of the way. Wow, again, it's Crawford drilling it, 18 points.
His floater is so good. He's so good off the bounce, but that little in-between game, it's tough to deal with if you're a defender.
Campbell, he'll put up a 3. Hornseth with a nice rebound. Gobbles it up with a spin. And the rebound by Rashawn Washington.
UIC gets the stop, but they've got to be a little more attentive to Trey Campbell. It's another just closeout where you're a little lackadaisical, bit fortunate.
Crawford again, bumped off balance.
Foul.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? Weisbrod the other way. Second season with Northern Iowa. Number 1 defense. Today, they've been whacked at a little bit. Oh, good fit. A couple of them. And a twirling move. And wow, Smith with the dance inside and fouled as they're reaching in. Lowry will pick it up. Number 3.
Elijah Crawford, just tough to stay in front of. It is that stop and start, but the stick-to-itiveness that he has in this play, he's just going to seek it out. Where can I find the open area? Here it is, stop and pop.
Smith. At the free throw line for the Panthers, he comes from an NAIA school where he was the conference's Defensive Player of the Year at Concordia in Nebraska. And when he missed some time, he missed 8 games early in February and January and some of December. Missed some time, and the team really got off balance, and they lost a lot of games.
I think, Kevin, you could point to that for both these teams.
Right.
Elijah Crawford early in the season, and certainly with Tristan Smith dealing with that mid-year. When they went into their funk, a big part of that was not having him as a physical presence, as a driver, a guy that can get downhill.
Look at those shooting numbers with Crawford leading the way. Oh, and a straight jacket getting out right there. Johnson outside 3. Crawford launching. And a Weisbrod rebound. And the other way. Second year in the program from Windsor, Wisconsin. Campbell, look away. It was. They go inside. Diouf, the Canadian. And it's a tie-up. CBS tonight. See way over 9 million viewers and counting have made Marshall's TV's #1 news show. Luke Grimes stars in Marshall's, a new era of Yellowstone. New episode tonight after 60 minutes on CBS. Crawford Henderson is back in. Nice fake and another floater.
Staying in front of these UIC guards is proving to be a real challenge. But I love Henderson slipping out. You get Northern Iowa behind, and then you're playing.
In the corner, it's a three, and it won't drop for Kimball. And picked up by Henderson. Downhill in the paint, met Kimball out of bounds. Nice defense.
Lamont Henderson, he is fearless. When he gets the ball, he is looking to get buckets here. But you slip him out of that ball screen, and now it's game on. He can shoot it. He made a couple in the first half, but also a dangerous driver to the rim.
There's a quick foul. It will go on Lowry with an illegal screen. That's his fourth, and that is the story. He's a starter.
Lowry, for as good as he's been in this tournament, has kind of been a non-factor today. And yep, you get that thing, you're just kind of leaning into it. Credit Leon Bond for trailing the play and kind of forcing the issue there.
Team in purple, the Panthers, most wins in 6 years. For this team with 11 returning players, amongst the most in college basketball. It's Bond. Slashing, feeding, inside. It was Schweiger trying to go up. And another tie-up, and it will be Northern Iowa's ball. With 15:44 to go in the second half. Crawford with the floater on the fly. Puts it in for the Flames. It's Arch Madness in St. Louis on CBS. I want to remind you next Sunday, CBS Sports will be the first to let you know who's in and who's out in the NCAA tournament and the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show. It's right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. These are three teams that you have picked that we're keeping our eye on.
Well, and Florida had to be vividly watching a Connecticut game yesterday. Their eyes on that one seed, certainly in the picture for Florida. Miami, Ohio still continues to win every close game they play in, and man, Bruce Thornton, what a run that Ohio State has been on these last 2 weeks.
I was just going to say, you and I have done in the last 2 weeks.
To see the performance against Purdue, obviously Indiana, that they've handled business, and Bruce Thornton on that quest to make his first NCAA tournament.
Jake Diebler's team is finally healthy.
Yeah, finally healthy and playing with some real confidence here.
A turnover, Crawford intercepted at the other end by Weisbrod.
Boy, the effort by Weisbrod to get back there. That was like a receiver going and finding a long bomb.
It was. Like Torrey Holt used to be for the Rams here in town.
Greatest show on turf.
That's right. With the incomparable Kurt Warner. In the corner, Bond! No, a three won't drop, and the rebound by Washington.
Northern Iowa, the offense here in the second half has dried up. 1 for 6 from the field after the break.
Well, we said 4 games in 4 days. Could those legs be getting tired?
I think UIC's defense has been more impactful here. Their pressure has been on the ball. They've taken away that short roll. They have been better on that end, but you do wonder about the stamina of the Panthers.
Ooh, Crawford going up high, falling hard. Washington with a whistle. As he was parachuting in, and foul goes on Bond. Second assist on him.
What a pass this was. And anytime you've got Rashawn Washington in the corner, he is a threat to cut for a lob. And he just has great feel off the basketball. Leon Bond kind of clipping him there. An awkward fall. I kind of thought that maybe they'd give it a shooting foul.
Momo, and inadvertently knocked away by Trey Campbell. So the team in white, I keep saying white, really they're cream uniforms of UIC, Illinois, Chicago. First back-to-back 500 seasons or better in 6 years. Crawford gets it. Shot clock down to 6. He'll make a move. He's harassed and fires. It's a rebound snared by Silverstein, who played at Harvard, and a whistle and out of bounds.
How good was that help from Taylor? He was waiting on that spin from Crawford right there. Look at the way he's just cheating the move. That's knowing the scouting report. You've got the on-ball defense. You force a tough one, but you got to close these possessions down. Easier said than done against UIC.
Crawford takes it in.
Oh, man. That hesitation, Kevin, that is major league from Elijah Crawford. Stop and go, the hang time, what a take.
A beautiful 20-point afternoon so far here in St. Louis. It's a 5-point game. Driving Bond offhand basket.
And now the slip from Trey Campbell. It's so hard to guard if you're not communicating that out. But Leon Bond showing a little burst and some bounce at the rim.
Bond known for defense and rebounding, block shots. That time showing off his offensive players. Silverstein will take a move with a bump. Got to go. Like we said, 3 years at Harvard, and now Sam playing for UIC.
Schweiger has to stay down on that. You've got Silverstein. He's going to pivot and wheel and deal and try to find an angle. Can't give him one.
R.J. Taylor back there. And Hornseth with the ball. Campbell. Bond again. What a play! Bond! Leon Bond! Crawford will try to shoot. Henderson's got the ball. Crawford on top. He'll unload. It's picked up by Bond. And the Panthers have got some momentum right now. Taylor. It's Hornseth who got a screen and finds a gap. And it was knocked out of bounds, and 15 on the clock, and a couple subs will come in, including Smith.
Kevin, I love when Leon Bond gets a running head start on these drives. It's almost like a cheat code for athletes. Let his steam going down there, and then he just eviscerates the rim. What a play.
Transfer from Virginia. There's a whistle and a foul, and it's on Northern Iowa. They got tangled up, and Bond was the one doing the tangling.
Bond just kind of overdoes it here. Maybe a little bit of an acting job there from Ahmad Henderson. He goes down. Ben Jacobson didn't like the call, but we're going the other way.
These two teams played twice in the regular season and both won on the road. They split.
Yeah, split in the regular season, and now that these two teams are healthy, really high-level game here today in St. Louis.
It's Henderson. Finds size everywhere he turns. Washington 3, sticks it.
And you play him for a driver, Kevin. He does shoot 33% from 3 on the year, but that's twice now where he has made the Panthers pay from the perimeter.
It's a 2-point game. The winner goes to the NCAA tournament. Everything on the line. Horneth is on top. The defense there by Nathaniel. It's Smith. He's got the matchup he wants against the smaller guard. Outside, Campbell, 3.
Trey Campbell, man, that dude just has ice water in his veins. He has made some big perimeter jump shots here in the second half.
4 threes, Robbie. It's Washington. He'll launch a 3, way off. Saved, but right to Campbell. And here come the Panthers. They do indeed. Schweiger cutting Hornseth. Outside, Bond back on top. It's a 3. Schweiger! Right between the eyes. UIC has never won that trophy. Last time Northern Iowa won it was back in 2016 as we take a look here at the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship of our fast analysis presented by AT&T.
Northern Iowa, a team that doesn't necessarily depend on the 3 ball all that much. Just over 7.5 makes per game. They've got 10 today. The false hustle, UIC saves the ball into their own basket. That leads to that three. And then how about Trey Campbell? His 4th-3 of the game, second of the second half. When they've needed a spark offensively, Campbell has been there to deliver.
So for Northern Iowa, 6-0 run last half minute. UNI started 1 of 6 to start this second half from the floor. 4 of 4 since. They've recaptured the point of the second half. The dart, the stutter, the drive, the block, and it's retrieved inside by Smith.
What a play by Horns to just hang in there and get a piece.
Schweiger's trying to penetrate. Look at the series of moves to get the deuce.
That's the thing about this Northern Iowa offense. They have so many guys that can burn you. Here today, Schweiger, he has been fabulous at the rim.
10-point game. Was a 2-point game moments ago. Crawford here. Big night scoring. Henderson will take it. And put back up and in by Silverstein.
He's a guy that you have got to check out. 16 games this year where he's had 2 or more offensive rebounds. He is in the game to make hustle plays, get to the offensive glass, and be an active cutter. Northern Iowa not checking out on that one.
8-point game. Illinois-Chicago has never led this afternoon. Smith has the size mismatch. Schweiger, they'll rotate. Campbell, 3. Buries it.
That's another post trap, Kevin, where that ball, if that comes out with that speed, you are never rotating to Northern Iowa's shooting.
Campbell, 5 of 8 shooting threes this afternoon. It's Crawford wheeling and feeding. It's a 3. And the miss right there from outside by Andy Johnson. Back outside. Henderson triple. No. Leaping rebound. Pulled down by Campbell.
UIC got some good looks. Off the flare, you get an open one. You get the reload from Ahmad Henderson. But on that possession, the 3 ball dries up.
Guards are putting the Robbie Hummel all over this championship game.
Northern Iowa is trying to punch their ticket. Schweiger with the spin cycle right there. But you also get the ball movement. Trey Campbell from 3, an 11-2 Panther run.
It is 67-56 UNI. The winner goes to the tournament. New this Friday, Small Town Mysteries lead to big drama. Don't miss Morena Baccarin in an all-new Sheriff Country. Friday at 8, 7 Central on CBS. And streaming on Paramount Plus. And you know what? Here's the magic of TV. A moment ago, I told you all that Robbie is 37. It's his birthday today. This woman has pulled out the knitting. Knew you were looking for garnering your socks. I mean, this is wonderful.
The ice has really chilled these toes.
Nothing chill right there about that dunk by Smith.
And just like that, even though Northern Iowa got off to the slow start to the second half, it felt like UIC had all the momentum. That has totally shifted, and UNI has found the momentum offensively once again.
UNI has made 7 consecutive baskets. Silverstein looking for someone to answer at the other end with his feed. They were looking for Nathaniel, and a foul called inside on the Panthers of Northern Iowa.
UIC trying to throw a little bit of a wrinkle here, and look at the middle of this zone. You're just going to flash right in, and it's a good cut by Schweiger. That 2-3 zone, you get the middle of it, you're in deep trouble. Good execution out of that timeout. Northern Iowa ready for the zone defense.
Weisbrod picks up his second. Evan, the UNI Panthers, 26 field goals made, 21 assists. I know you appreciate more than anything. That is incredible efficiency.
Unbelievable, and that was really a priority in that huddle for UIC. And Rob Easton brought up a really important point. They only have 2 team fouls, guys, so he wants his guys to be much more aggressive here in this final 9 minutes. Work to, if you have to earn the fouls before you get them in the bonus, because they're just getting way too much freedom on that end.
Evan, the energy over there for a team playing 4 games in 4 days from Northern Iowa, incredible.
You wouldn't know. In all seriousness, a couple times guys kind of on their hips a little bit, but other than that, they've been playing with a lot of juice, kind of like a birthday guy over there.
Yeah, Smith inside with a twirling dot. It's a leaping rebound by Crawford.
And when you're playing for an NCAA tournament berth, how could you not? Northern Iowa is going to empty the tank here. We'll see. Does UIC have a run left in them?
Crawford will dance. He's got Lowry, who will drive here on Schweiger. Oh, they're fighting, and they're grabbing, and they're picking it off. Smith got it.
It's not easy to rebound with this Flames just line up on the floor. Top 20 nationally in college basketball in offensive rebound percentage. But UNI doing the job and fighting these guys off.
Campbell. And Bond approaching 8 to play. The winner goes to the NCAAs. It's Smith.
Oh, my goodness.
Tried to feed the cutting Schweiger. Ricochets away and a turnover for Northern Iowa. And a timeout. We're under 8 to go. Northern Iowa and UIC, the Flames, the Panthers on CBS on this championship Sunday. Couple things you'll see: 64% shooting by Northern Iowa. They've led the entire game, and their plus Robbie Hummel 18 points from 3.
Well, the three-point line has been good to the Panthers here. 11 Northern Iowa threes, as you said, Kevin, but it's been out of the post. The inside-out play, you draw 2 on the basketball, and now you just let your second team all Missouri Valley pick and Trey Campbell go to work. He has knocked down 5 of these triples, but 4 different Panthers have knocked down a 3. The 3 ball has really given Illinois Chicago issues this afternoon.
And that's the Panther offensive story. Defensively, the #1 scoring defense in college basketball, #1 defending the three-point line, top 30 in field goal defense. You can almost sense it's beginning to clench a little bit more as the game gets deep.
For UIC, 16 points in the paint at the half, and that number has only climbed to 26. They've really done the job on the basketball of containing the dribble and keeping the Flames out of the lane.
Hornseth, on that most improved team in the conference, picks up #1, coming off an 8-point, 4-rebound game yesterday in the win over #2 Bradley. The top seeds are gone. This is a 5 against a 6 in this one. Team with the ball, #5, Illinois Chicago, #6 in purple, the Panthers of Northern Iowa. Crawford will launch 2. And he's got 22.
And a lot of standing around there, Kevin, on that possession. It wasn't an offensive masterpiece, but it just shows that when you've got a talented scorer, it doesn't matter what happens. He can go and make a play and cure everything.
Hornseth has gone on top. Finds the cutting Bond, sets the screen, switch on defense, down low. Hornseth doubled. He'll put it up.
Boy, it didn't even matter about the double team. Hornseth goes right back into it. A strong take, had the mismatch. Didn't matter that they're sending another defender.
Second biggest lead today. Up by 11, led by 13. You see the points in the paint. And they go inside again with a floater. Pretty shot. Crawford with 24. In a magnificent display.
And doing everything in his power. Now he just needs a couple of his teammates to come alongside with him.
Weisbrod. Second year at UNI. Again, they get down to single digits. Campbell. Hornseth. Off balance, daggers, swaggers, down, foul. Was there a foul? Was just out of bounds. It was just out of bounds. Just out of bounds.
Will Hornseth on the prior possession. Look at the way the double's coming over from Lowry, and it just doesn't matter.
2.2 on the shot clock.
Gotta go.
6:07 to go. Bond, no. And it's out of bounds. Shot clock violation. Did not hit the rim. Away it goes and back to the Flames. And you sense that if it doesn't start now, it's going to be tough.
It's just amazing to me. And look, too, but Northern Iowa looks like the team that's got more energy juiced into them right now.
It's Nathaniel. Loads up on the 3.
Well, we said it, Kevin. Somebody's got to come alongside Elijah Crawford. Pick and pop. How about Jace Nathaniel? 21% from 3, making a monster one.
Illinois Chicago on a 9-2 run. The clock ticking. The stakes are high. Northern Iowa's got it. Hornseth. They jar it away, and here they come. Almost knocked away by Weisbrod. You knew the run would come. Crawford, the stutter step, and the floater. Oh, they'll grapple on the floor. Look at him going at it. With the tie-up, It will go to Northern Iowa.
Staying in front of Elijah Crawford. Good luck to any of you who are trying to guard him, because it's pretty impressive to watch. Everybody getting on the floor. I think all 10 on the floor know just how important this game is and what it means. How about James Nathaniel, the freshman out of Atlanta, stepping up to the plate and making a big one.
He's at career numbers. Nathaniel has across the board statistically. Showing it again this afternoon. Screen, Campbell free. What a hit. 5 to go. The lead is 9. And Campbell has knocked in 6 threes. An amazing display.
Well, again, the closeout, it's just not with enough sense of urgency. Trey Campbell, 4-year point guard, getting it done here in the postseason.
Today in a big college basketball Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. The reset right there. 5 to go. UNI by 9. They've led the entire distance.
And you just get the feeling that Northern Iowa's continuity, that they have the third most in college basketball. 64% of their roster back from last year. That has paid dividends here late in this game. Trey Campbell, the biggest one of that.
And look what they can accomplish. You just saw it. As a 6th seed, if they win, wow, history will be made. UNI, 9 of 11 from the floor the last 9 minutes. Now, it'll be the Flames trying to counter with a missed shot right there by Washington and a rebound by the Panthers.
How about the block out there from Tristan Smith? Got a good look for Washington. It was a great play by Crawford to set him up.
Boy, these guards have been phenomenal. Great scoring. Making these offenses go. The engines for both teams. A drive by Smith. Doubled, stripped, and the ball knocked away. Henderson for Crawford down court. They go careening out of bounds.
They got a foul there, Kevin.
It was a foul. You're right. It's on Northern Iowa.
The active help defense there by Henderson. An aggressive play to throw it up the floor. Boy, that would have been close to see who that was off. If it was off Bond or if it was off Crawford. But it doesn't matter because they get Bond for the foul.
And Bond's fourth. 4:16 to go. Crawford searching. Anderson catching. Campbell defending. Crawford, 3. Rebound, Campbell.
How about the defense from Bond, though? Just staying right with Elijah Crawford, not giving him any daylight.
Campbell to Hornchef. The smaller hitters will defend. Smith in the paint. Oh, trapped inside. Schwager. How about the defense of UNI?
You want to play in the NCAA tournament. This is the type of effort that you've got to give. You're checking the best guy. You're not giving him anything easy. How about the defense from Leon Bond there?
Let's go back to 2016, back in fourth action with several lead changes in the final 4 minutes. Last time Northern Iowa got the title in this conference. Wes Wasman got the shooter's bounce. Top of the key, trickling in. Northern Iowa won it 56-54. Washburn, we were there calling that game, and it was a beauty. All for that trophy and all for a bid to the NCAA tournament. Schweiger at the line. From Aurora, Illinois, a senior from Wabunsee Valley High School.
We'll see if UIC can put a little bit of game pressure on Northern Iowa. You make a 3, all of a sudden the outlook of this game can change in a heartbeat. Still plenty to play for here. Plenty of time for the Flames.
Schweiger, by the way, a new season high of 18 points for the team in purple, Northern Iowa. It's Johnson.
Oh, the hands right there. What a play by Trey Campbell.
Lowry couldn't hang on to it. The defense was right there, and a whistle.
Boy, Campbell is in a perfect help defense spot right here. Take a look at him. He is off the ball. But as this play unfolds. He knows the spin is coming. He's just waiting on it. That is a big-time effort and really an understanding of the scouting report.
Northern Iowa shooting 63%. And now 44% for the team in white. The Flames of UIC. Campbell on top. Henderson on him. Washington now comes out with a switch. And Campbell will fire. And picked up by Bond. Big offensive rebound. Huge offensive rebound.
And just take that thing out, run more clock. Bond, another one of those guys. If you don't check out at the wing, he can run in there for those offensive rebounds.
Campbell. Clock at 1. And a turnover. Holy smokes, that was some terrific D.
And if you're going to turn it over, a dead ball turnover is exactly what Northern Iowa wants. You obviously want to get a shot up, but smart not to force it. Now you set your defense, and Northern Iowa trying to get another stop.
Terrific defense with that 3-second call. Oh, like a rocket. Henderson down the lane. Schweiger's got it. Doubled and gets it off to Campbell. Out of the fray and fouled in backcourt. And 2:27 to go.
How good has the help defense been on these last couple plays? This time it's Tristan Smith. He's getting into the ball, and as Henderson drives, he's the guy that actually gets his fingertips on the play. It was Campbell the last one, and now you got Smith doing the same thing.
Campbell on top. Smith on the wing, takes it down low. Bond to fake and fouled. Henderson got him as he was making a move, and 2:14 to go. Five seed UIC. Number 6 seed Ben Jacobson's Panthers of Northern Iowa. And the quick foul. Washington. Hornseth at the line.
Honestly, a smart guy to foul.
Right,
Just
exactly.
53% on the season. That was well scouted out there by UIC. The second he caught it, they knew they were taking that one.
You know, Robbie, I mentioned this earlier. Here is a Panther team that is really kind of stuck to working hard to keep the same culture. And they returned 11 players from last year, tied for the third most in Division I with Navy and Purdue. 5 players from the state of Iowa, 4 from Cedar Falls. The following, the culture, the environment with a 20-year head coach.
And even with the new era of what we have today in college basketball, continuity is still so important. And that has shown in today's game and really all season long for UNI.
12-point lead, 6-0 run. And approaching 2 minutes to go with a chance to go to the big dance on the line. Crawford will try to fight for a shot and gets it to go.
Leon Bond was right there. It's just better offense from Elijah Crawford. He's been fabulous today.
Just amazing. 26 points and only 1 3. So a lot of it has been like this.
He is shaking and baking. He is living in the lead.
Here's our game reset. 10-point game. Illinois Chicago has never led. UNI has been up by as many as 13. And we have seen some incredible stories in this tournament, but if this comes to pass, then the Panthers go on to win. First to win 4 games in 4 days. And they've done it the last 2 games by beating a 3 seed, Illinois State, in the 2 seed last night in Bradley.
Smart to bring that out. Could have attacked and found a basket, but better off to run this clock. Keep milking it.
They got Campbell on top. They've got Crawford on him. The 2 big scores this afternoon. Campbell will try to make a move and try to throw it up. He got it! He pulls a Houdini! Wow!
He has been unbelievable here today. Has had a big Missouri Valley Conference tournament. His dribble is dead, but the pivot's alive. Just using his size at 6'4", the experience, get some contact, opportunity for three. And if Northern Iowa does win this game, Trey Campbell's fingerprints are all over it.
Second team all-conference, 10th leading scorer in the conference, 1,000-point score. He was part of that Cedar Falls High School state championship team. He's one of the all-time leaders in scoring and steals. I mean, he is everything about this program. 15-point half for Campbell. Henderson, long arching three. Rebound chased and out of bounds with the ball. And UIC retains it. These guards have not disappointed for either team.
They totally have lived up to every billing that we could have thought of leading into this game. I think for UIC here, Kevin, it's got to be bombs away from three. 13-point game, 1:20 to play. Obviously, you're bringing full court pressure, but it's got to be rapid fire here early in this shot clock.
Watch Crawford is 26 points for number 2. Has matched a career high. Bond is on him. They now blitz him.
What a trap, and then just getting back by Will Hornson. This is way too much time for the Flames.
He'll penetrate and float. Rebound, chase down. Here they come. Hold on for Bond. Dagger. It's the biggest lead for Northern Iowa. And they began with defense on that play. It's Crawford. Rebound snared inside. Smith and push and fouled.
Northern Iowa's defense has brought it here at the end of this game. One of their last 8 for UIC. Get this out, look up the floor, and what a punctuation by Leon Bond. The bench feeling it. Northern Iowa's fans feeling it. They know what's at stake, and they know where they're going.
Talk to Ben Jacobson before the game, the 20-year head coach of Northern Iowa, who has had multiple chances to go to a bigger school, a power conference school, has chosen to stay there. And he said, we always draw great kids and great families, and that's where we began our process of bringing kids into our program.
Well, he's one of the great guys in college basketball, and to just from afar watch what he has built at Northern Iowa. You know, I saw it as a player, you've seen it as a broadcaster. He's had so many good players, so many good teams. Hard to believe they haven't been to the tournament since 2016. But looks like that ends today.
Illinois Chicago got to within 6. Now a 13-2 run since by Northern Iowa. Wide on the plate for Crawford, trying to come up with something. And he's got 28 and continues to amaze.
Kevin, he has done his part here. It's been some of the other guys. He hasn't gotten the help he's needed, but credit Northern Iowa. Their offense brought it today. The defense, obviously, always on point.
This will turn out to be one of the most amazing stories in the history of this storied conference. A 6 seed has won 4 games in 4 days to win the championship and go to the NCAA tournament. Selection Sunday is 1 week from today, but the championships have already started, and another team has just punched their ticket. You work all season long, the practices, the travel, the ups. Team like the Flames of UIC, an incredible season to get this far, climbing an ascending program, but today Northern Iowa found what was there when they needed it and takes it to a championship and a trip to the big dance.
And it wouldn't feel so good if it didn't hurt so bad on the other side. And give all the credit to Northern Iowa. They played a heck of a ball game on both sides of the ball. Illinois, Chicago, what a season. What a job Rob Easton is doing in building. But Northern Iowa, they had all the answers today.
Evan Washburn, take it away.
Coach, obviously having some important moments with the MVP of this tournament.
Go ahead, Trey, over here.
Always wants to lead with the players. Says a lot about your head coach. First team to win 4 games in 4 days to capture this championship. Trey, why was this the group to do it?
I mean, we've been working hard ever since the summer. No one knows the work we put in, but we do. And we knew if anyone could make history, it was us.
It's rare now to be in a program for 4 years. You've been building personally to this moment. How does it match in reality?
Man, it's crazy. It's exactly what we planned for, exactly what we worked for, exactly what we talked for in the office. They got me to stay here. We wanted to come here, win a championship, and go to the tournament. That's what we did.
Congrats. Enjoy it. Enjoy the tournament. Coach, come on in here. It's probably felt like a lot longer than 10 seasons to capture this championship and get back to the NCAA tournament. What are the emotions like for you?
Well, I'm just happy for these guys. These guys don't know anything about the 10 years. Right? Man, these guys, we talked about playing fast, playing like all the basketball stuff, but man, you have no idea how lucky I am to be around these guys every day. Man, it's been such a privilege, man. They're going to fight now. I told you yesterday we're going to show up at 11, right? And they did.
Trey's the leader of it, but continuity is a word that comes up when we talk about your team. What do you think you've shown in terms of how to build a team and a program?
Well, we've just tried to stay with what we've been doing for a long time. When Matt got the job in 2001, and really good high school players, get guys that stick around and buy into what you're doing, and want a place they can call home, right? And that Trey, Titan Anderson last year, Jacob Hudson last year, like these guys, they love Northern Iowa, right? And they want a place they can call home, and legacy means something to them.
Ben, congrats. Enjoy it.
Thanks.
Well, we knew that Northern Iowa would guard. There's no doubt about that when you watch these guys. But if they're hanging 84 on teams and going to continue to shoot 60 from the field, Kevin, look out for them in the NCAA tournament.
For Robbie Hummel, Evan Washburn, Gene Steratore, our entire terrific CBS crew, Kevin Harlan saying so long from sensational St. Louis. Coming up on CBS, the Big Ten Women's Championship. It's Iowa and UCLA. But first, we get you back to New York for Inside College Basketball right after these messages on CBS.
Welcome to Inside College Basketball, everybody. Northern Iowa going dancing alongside Clark Kellogg, Renee Montgomery, and Bruce Pearl. I'm Adam Zucker. UNI dancing for the first time since 2016, winning the Missouri Valley Conference Championship. They were shooting it like Farouk Manesh was still on the roster.
I got a new 3P for you. The Panthers with pulverizing proficiency.
Okay.
Nice.
63% shooting overall. 12 of 23 from 3, and anytime they needed to make a run, the Flames were game and fighting back. Crawford had 28, but every time the Panthers were able to pulverize them with a little punch of proficiency.
Yeah, I think that matters. I mean, first of all, coming in, you think about the defense. So to hold teams to what you hold them to, and then to now shoot a 60% clip from 3.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, it's the runs.
Yep.
They stopped the runs when UCI went on the runs, but then they went on another larger run of their own every time. So responding is what matters most at this time of the season, and they look sharp.
Yeah.
When you were at UConn, you want to make history, right?
Yes.
Trey Campbell made history.
Yeah.
Right now, his name goes in the history books at UNI. Him stepping up, a 4-year starter, a 4-year senior.
Yep.
And then Ben Jacobson, okay? He's had 7 different teams win championships. Full regular season, now a couple here in a tournament. Just tremendous consistency. UNI, at the end of the day, I think, was the best team in this tournament.
Yeah, no question about it. They played that way for sure.
Yeah, and they were a 6 seed. They were the lowest seed ever to win the Missouri Valley Conference Championship and did it as a team, guys. 25 assists on 31 made field goals. Season high, 25 assists.
That's a significant ratio right there.
And that 4 games in 4 days, that makes me think about AAU style. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is only college, so they're young. They can
AAU is way after my time. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you don't even, well, I'm just
Only through my kids do I know AAU.
AAU, you could play 3 games in 1 day. So when everybody's like, oh, man, 4 games in 4 days, it's like, okay, listen, this is college. They're not far removed from that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's going to be interesting to see where the committee seeds Northern Iowa. Could they be in that 5-12 bracket? You know, Missouri Valley Conference is one of the better mid-major conferences, pretty battle-tested.
Yep.
That could be a very tough early matchup for a 5 seed.
Right now, they're enjoying their life as a 6 seed in the Missouri Valley Conference. And what a win. And again, the first time they do it in a decade, and their celebration continues in St. Louis. 2 teams punching their tickets to the dance yesterday, by the way. 4 more will do so today, including the winner of the Big South Championship going on right now between Winthrop and High Point. High Point is trying to repeat right now, and Terry Anderson going to drive through and go High Point off the glass.
Yes, he did. I tell you, the High Point Panthers were excellent in getting points from Rob Martin. There you see a dynamic finish in transition, part of a 17-4 run, and here comes Mr. Martin again with a floater +1. That was the game-changing segment for the Panthers. Right now, still a ways to go. Winthrop fighting hard and still in it, but the Panthers in control right now.
All right, up 11, under 4. A look now at the teams that are officially part of the 68-team field that High Point is trying to join. LIU is in because their opponent in the NEC championship game, Mercyhurst, is ineligible, still transitioning from Division II. Tennessee State with Nolan Smith as head coach. They're dancing after winning the Ohio Valley tournament last night for the first time since 1994. And, of course, we just added Northern Iowa as well. This is it's like a holiday.
Yeah, I mean, this is the magic of March Madness. But I think what's the best part is you talked about breaking records and making history. I really get excited for this time. Playoffs when you think in the pros, where this is where you make your name. Like, the regular season is all well and good and you have to do all of that to get here, but to see the players rise to the occasion right now and punch their name like you're seeing it live, I don't know, I get the chills. I love this kind of stuff.
No, it's amazingly exciting, and it never gets old and it never disappoints. This is my favorite week when the mid-major conferences, we have those first 4 or 5 conference champion crowned, and these guys are playing for an opportunity to be part of the field, the 68. It's always exciting to see how the stories unfold. I mean, 4 days, 4 games, and a championship. First time that's been done in the history of the Missouri Valley Conference. And to your point, Renee, making history, making a mark that's going to last for a lifetime.
It's in the books.
Yeah, it's in the books. But you know what's not? The Patriot League Championship. It's going on right now on CBS Sports Network all day. Colgate taking on Lehigh in the first Patriot League semifinal. This is where the better seed also plays host. Hank Alvey for Lehigh, Bruce. A 30-point day against Colgate.
I mean, Lehigh may be known as a wrestling school and do their work on the mats. But this Lehigh team did their work in the paint. All season long, it's about Nasir Whitlock. It's all been about the guards. But in this game, it was not. It was about the big fella on the inside. Hank Alvey with a career high. They went inside early, they went inside often, and they would dominate points in the paint. And that's why they're advancing on to see either Boston University or Navy in the championship of the Patriots.
That one from Annapolis coming up on CBS Sports Network. So not just a wrestling school anymore.
That was a good nugget. That was a good nugget.
Dig it in. So they're trying to get back to the tournament for the first time since 2012, which was a very memorable visit. They beat Duke.
I was there. C.J. McCollum.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That happened on my watch.
Your watch.
Part of that March Madness run. That's continuing to deliver.
Yeah, and then they almost beat Xavier in the next round. Do you like where the higher seed has home court?
I mean, yeah, I feel like you earn it. I know there's like some discrepancy about it, but I just think if you earn it, you got it.
Yeah, well, Bruce is trying to give them, advance them with their own tournament.
Yeah, I think that for me, Coach Reed, 19 years at Lehigh, stayed to the program. Ben Jacobson could have gone to several high major programs. He was a guy, the Big 10, Big 12, could have looked at. He stayed right there in Waterloo, Iowa, at Northern Iowa, and he's built himself a dynasty. And the history coaches there, Greg McDermott, And Eldon Miller,
who I played for at Ohio State. Yep.
So Northern Iowa's on their way, and again, they were the 6th seed. You never know what's going to happen in these conference tournaments. There's an upset brewing right now in the CAA. UNC Wilmington, UNCW, they're the top seed. They are in deep trouble. Under 3 minutes to go. They're facing the 9 seed Campbell. This is the quarterfinals of the CAA. They're going to have their semis and their championship on CBS Sports Network this week. Bruce, this goes to your point earlier of you wanting to see the top 1 and 2 seeds placed into their conference semifinals, perhaps.
I mean, they've 26-5. Yeah. I mean, they've earned the right to be able to advance to the semifinal. And, I recognize March is one shining moment, and clearly Campbell is having that moment right there today. But I just know the grind of a long summer and getting together fall and taking everybody's best shot at UNC Wilmington. And the season is all about making a big dance. That's what it's all about. And if they don't come back and put some buckets together and get some stops, they're going to be watching this thing.
The flip side of that coin, the flip side is that you give that 9 or 8 seed a chance to do something.
Yeah, but the 8 or 9 didn't earn it. In my mind, they just didn't earn it.
Understood. I don't disagree with that. They will be on the consideration board in the selection room. Could
they steal a bid, maybe?
I don't know about that. But you're right. Moving them forward, and that's a conference decision, though, right? Every conference has the ability and the autonomy to determine who their automatic qualifier will be for the NCAA tournament. It can be the regular season champ. We don't have any of those anymore. But it also could have, you can choose that. So, and you can also choose how the bracket is unfolded. Some teams, some conferences actually move their top 2 seeds to the semifinals right away.
And also, just to that point real quick, it's almost like the concept of March Madness, though.
Yes,
I mean, my senior year, we went undefeated into the tournament, and I was terrified we lose our first game. So it is what it is. You got to
go.
Put up or shut up.
Calendar flips to March. Watch out.